Hey guys, it's Beth, and we're back with a design team project for Scrapping for Less. Today I am working with some Echo Park paper called Coffee, and it's just coffee, one of their coffee themed 6x6 pads, along with I do have some cut aparts as well. And then I've also got some jelly bean green cardstock that is from My Favorite Things, and this all came from Scrapping for Less. And then I have some Scrapping for Less sequins left, and then some enamel dots as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to use those, but I brought those over just in a case. So what I am going to do today is I am going to make a decorative notepad holder for this Post-it note, which came from Dollar Tree. It's just a Jot Post-it note holder, and it's about 3 by 5 inches. And so I have made myself a template for a holder. I designed this like sometime last year, and it's just a quick and simple holder, and these are great gift. You can use these for gifts, for craft shows, if you sell at craft fairs. And I've already taken my 8.5 by 11 sheet of the jelly bean green cardstock, and I have cut it down to 5 1/8 inches by 8.5. So my first step is going to be to score my cardstock for my holder. This is going to be the base of my holder, and I'm going to score at 3 inches, 3.5 inches, and then at 6.5 inches and 7. And before I fold this up, I want to double check my measurements so that I can cut pattern paper to go over the top of this. So it is just about 3 inches for each of these segments. So I am going to take my pattern paper, I'm going to use this one, and which actually that works out perfect because I can get, like, I'll just have to cut a little bit off in order to get my 3-inch segment. So I'm going to go 5 inches, and then I'm going to go 2 7/8, just so I have a little bit of the green border around, and it makes sure that my paper does not overlap my score lines. Okay. So next I'm going to score these, make sure they're lining up evenly. And you know, Mother's Day is coming up soon. These would make a great little gift for mothers, grandmothers. Or I know a lot of us aren't seeing teachers right now, but they would also make great teacher gifts. So that's the premise, is you're going to have a section here that's kind of overlapped. So before I put my pad in, though, I am going to go ahead and add my cardstock, my pattern paper onto my cardstock. And I'm just using some art glitter glue for this part. We'll do the same thing for this panel. And then I would like to use one of these cut-aparts. Messy Bun and Coffee Run, maybe. I don't know, I'm going to need to trim it down just a tad. So maybe we'll use Change the World, Start with Coffee. Because I'm going to have to go, the cut apart, the journal cards are 3x4. So I'm going to go a little bit shorter. A little bit skinnier than that because I think I may want to mat them. Trim a bit off that edge. So I'm going with about 2 3/4. Might go a little bit. 2 1/2. And then I think I might use a little bit of that blue. So I trimmed my cut up art down to 2 1/2, so we're going to go at 2 3/4. Alright, so there's that, and I'm going to go ahead and get this put together as well. So the next thing that I'm going to do is take my Post-it note holder, or my Post-it notepad, and these came from the Dollar Tree, and I know you might not be able to get into the Dollar Tree right now. They do have the option to, I believe, order these online. You just have to order, usually it's like $25. You have to order 25 or more to get it shipped to you. However, you can also get the 3M 3x5" Post-it notes pads, like from Amazon or wherever. Maybe you have some at home. This holder will also fit the 3M 3x5 Post-its. So I don't know if it's as thick, but it is about the same size. So those would work as well. And to apply this, I'm going to use score tape. But I'm just putting score tape on the back. And I'm going to burnish that down really well. And so you're going to apply your pad in the center section here. So like here's the front, and then this is the right hand side is just that small flap that folds over. And this is really the hardest part, is just making sure you get your pad lined up perfectly in between your score lines and the top and the bottom. So then it will fold together like that. So then to hold it closed, you can do one of two things. You could create a belly band that would go around this, or use like a rubber band or string. You could probably, I guess, attach some ribbon underneath your card here. What I am going to do is use some Velcro strips. So this is just sticky back Velcro that you can pick it up. I think I got this last one at Amazon. They have them at Joann's. And I just get the strips, and it's self-adhesive Velcro. And so it's adhesive on both sides. And I just cut the strips down into like a thinner strip. And I peel off one side. And I attach it to one part of my, it doesn't matter which side, if you do it to the top or to this little flap. And I'm going to peel the sticky backing, the backing off of the other side and make sure it's lined up, and then press down really well. And then I will test it out a couple of times just to make sure it kind of works the Velcro a little bit, so it's easier to open. So this was really solid cardstock that I used. If you are using thinner cardstock, or maybe you have some patterned paper that was thicker, I would suggest not using the Velcro unless you are using some really stiff paper. If you have a thinner paper or cardstock that you're using, I would go with the belly band or the ribbon that goes around the outside. So that's the base part. And now I'm going to determine if I want to use some of the enamel dots or some sequins. I might go with some of those little blue sequins. And scatter some of those around. Oh, I don't know, those flowers are cute too. One more little flower down here at the bottom. And then I will glue those on. And so there we go. Change the world, start with coffee. And it's a cute little Post-it note holder. You could add something to decorate the inside as well. You could also add some strips to the side, totally up to you. But I just thought this might be a fun little project that you could do, like I said, either for Mother's Day, teachers, even graduation. Include it with a gift card and a nice pin that a graduate could use. So if you have any questions on anything, please let me know, and I will be sure to link the products I used from Scrapping for Less website in the description box below. But thank you guys so much for your time today, and I hope you're having a crafty day.